I don't know what you're talking about, Nick. Avatar 2 is the best movie ever, and you should pre-order your tickets now.
It's that time again. Time for the all-new Culture Cast, which begins right now. Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to the all-new Culture Cast. I am your host Nick, and with me tonight is...
Cousin Charles.
Hey cuz, welcome back. Although I
Good to
think you
be.
might have done the last one with us, I don't know. But
You know what? I'm fine with every episode being my grand return. I'm fine. I'm
that's
fine with this.
back again for the first time, Cousin
Yeah.
Charles!
It's
Um,
we're like old school television. You just pick up at any episode, and it's always the grand return of Cousin Charles.
yeah. It's like Family Matters every time Urkelbot came in. It's like, yay! Wasn't he on last week? Who cares? I was really hoping this month, and I know they got stuff going on apparently, but several months ago, Mike had suggested watching Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas. I thought that'd be a wonderful Christmas in July episode to do. Sadly, July is we're recording this
On the
July,
last day of July.
the last day of July, so sadly that didn't come to be. But maybe we'll put a pin and do that for Christmas time because if you haven't seen Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas, do yourself a favor, open up Prime and watch Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas.
Will it have Kirk Cameron, and does he indeed save Christmas?
Oh, it is saved. It is saved. The what do you call it? The poster sadly is very misleading on what the actual content of the movie is. That's my only real complaint. Well, no, I have many complaints, but that's like my only real because the poster makes it look like it's a not an action comedy, but like a screwball comedy. Because he's like, the poster reminds me of the poster of Last Action Hero, but with like Kirk Cameron swinging on like Christmas stuff or something. And it's not that at all. And I am that poster lied to me, and that's never happened to me before.
I'll be honest, as someone who is on the cusp of 30, but may have missed out on some pop culture things, Kirk Cameron was, I feel like he was on a sitcom, right?
Kirk Cameron got a start in the late 80s, early 90s with the TV sitcom Growing Pains. And then he became like really religious during that time.
Yeah.
And went off to the deep end, maybe. I mean, he seems harmless, and he's actually not a bad actor. But like, you could do better than this, Kirk Cameron. But whatever.
We'll save that for, I guess.
Yeah.
For actual
save that
Christmas.
for another time. Yeah, we're not talking about Saving Christmas today. Instead, we're talking about another movie.
A movie that came out 6 months ago plus.
Yeah, right. We'll call it Avatar 2, more Avatar.
This or Avatar 2 Season 1 Part A.
Or Avatar 2, everyone teams up except at the end when all the friends just magically disappear.
Yeah. Or, well, let's go. Oh, we gotta toss this one in. Of course, Avatar 2, The Search for More Money.
I will hand it to James Cameron that he's making this his what do they call that, magna opus or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like detailing these movies out, and I thought the reason that this movie came out like what 10, 11, 12 years later after the first was because he just like decided, all right, I'll make another one, I'll make money. But apparently he's been like working on this, and just the tech wasn't there. Like,
yeah, he has been. This has been James Cameron's dream project since I guess the first Avatar was his dream project, but I guess this is the dream continued. His dream, our nightmare, as far as Like I don't know how James Cameron hoodwinked the entire world with Avatar, but it,
It was
I'll just come
because
out
of
and
the
say,
3D. I will die on the hill that the reason Avatar was so popular back in 2009 was because of the novelty at the time of 3D, because that was like the was done good, and so people wanted to see that because the story. I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it after the fact, and the story's for the first one's pretty basic. Like there's not much there. Um, but when they're saying, "Oh, we're making a sequel, and we're going to make like 5 sequels following that, or however many," I was
yeah,
thinking, do one and see if there's still an appetite for this. But shows me wrong. Avatar 2 got like $2.6 billion at the
yep,
box office.
two 2.3 billion with a B.
2.3. Yeah. So
Somewhere somewhere Warner Brothers is going, come on, Barbie, let's go. Come
yeah.
on, Barbie, come on, let's go, baby.
Hey, you know what? They are Warner Brothers is just happy Barbie made money because Warner Brothers has had like decades of, it feels like decades, but like the past like 5-10 years, just failure after failure.
Again, at a certain point in your producer style scheme, you actually do have to cash in on the insurance claims.
Right. Someone
Um,
burnt down our studio.
oh no. What Ezra Miller's missing?
um, uh, yeah. So yay for. I'm so glad that Disney, which now owns Avatar, finally was able to finally make it out of the low budget studio that they were.
Yep. Well, I guess according to the internet, Disney's done. Apparently, I don't know. Apparently, I guess too big to fail. I don't get it because every discourse I've seen is like MCU is dead, MCU's back. Like, but so I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, I think the last time we talked, we were talking about the Phase 4, and that's one of the things comments saw that when Ant-Man 4 came out, or 3, I don't know, more Ant-Man again.
Ant-Man
Uh,
again.
uh, that it was the MCU's dead. It sucks. The worst thing ever. Then the Guardians came out and everyone liked that. And like MCU's back, baby. Movies are
Yeah,
back.
and apparently I've not seen Secret Invasion, but apparently everyone's been shitting on that, so it's
Yeah.
dead again. So is it alive, dead, or is it somewhere in between?
Well, they just released the Loki trailer, and all the comments I see are the MCU's back, baby.
You know where I also saw those comments on the trailers for Secret Invasion. So audiences know nothing. They know nothing, Nick. They don't know anything.
I'm disappointed that Secret Invasion's not doing well because I was mildly interested in watching that one, but apparently I haven't missed out on anything.
I feel like if I have a free weekend, I'll be like, I'll binge it. But anyhow, we got to talk about
Yeah, we
the
can't be
what.
wandering off into tangents like the movie we're about to discuss.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, say what you will about the first Avatar. You say it's a basic story. I think it's a perfectly structured story.
Oh,
Everybody knows it, and that allows for you to get really creative with the world.
I
Here,
I 100% agree with you. I
mhm.
didn't mean it as like a diss. I just meant it as like there was nothing
oh,
revolutionary about the
I
story other
wasn't.
than the
Oh, I
effects.
wasn't even going as a diss. I mean, it's an arguably you could go fault because it's. I mean, everyone in 2009 now goes, just says, oh, it's runs with wolves or shit like that, or every
Dances with
other
Smurfs.
every time a white guy has to become part of a non-white culture, it's we've seen that story every single fucking time. But it's also a story that works. Versus the story of this is like I said it
Is
was
there a story?
it's
Tell me what the story. Let's start with that. What's the story?
okay. So it's it would have been the perfect. honestly, if Avatar 2 came out in 2015, I think everyone would have loved it because it's a new generation meeting up with the old generation, a la The Force Awakens. But it's been about 20 years since the events of the first movie. Uh,
Was it 20 years?
they say something like that. It's like 15, 20 years. I don't know. The
Okay.
cat kids grew up.
Yeah.
I guess, however old the character of Spider is. 'Cause I guess Spider was a baby.
Okay. Oh,
Which, oh,
okay. I just it's said according to Wikipedia, the source of all truth, it says it's 16 years. So
okay.
I'll go with that. I guess. I guess I thought it was like the same amount of time in real life, but
I mean, it's kind of. I mean, it's pretty damn close.
yeah,
Oh
I guess
nine,
yeah.
3 years off. We're 3 years off from real world.
Oh, get it together, James Cameron, you hack.
Yeah. Fuck.
Anyway, go on. Tell me what's
Um. Okay. So America, I mean, planet Earth is pissed. They took the oil. I mean, unobtainium. Um. So they come back in force, and you think, oh, that's a movie. It's Earth Mind Revenge. Well, kinda. It's that for about the first like 20 minutes, and then apparently we're following the stupid kids. Stupid kids get captured by guess what? Stephen Lang is back, and he's in blue form. He and his squad of cat clones are they're coming for a revenge mission 16 years after the fact. Um, and apparently because it is Stephen Lang's here first movie, Jake Sully's like, we gotta instead of like, okay, we gotta really take these guys down, decides we're going to run away because it's going to lead them away from the rest of the tribe, which doesn't really make much sense because I mean they still don't know where they are, and they're probably still going to go after the rest of the resistance, but whatever. So they take a trip to Hawaii, um, where they meet the sea cats, the sea cat people, who are all racist towards them because they're the tree climbers. Even though I think in the first movie, if I remember, I think Jake Sully gathered up all the tribes and everyone was like, "Yeah, fuck the humans." But here they're like, "Nah, you're from the fucking trees, bro. We're sea people."
he gathered all the tree clans, not in the
I thought I
first
got
one.
the water people. I don't know.
I
Whatever.
don't remember. It's been a billion years since I saw that movie, and I'm not going to go back and watch
Uh,
it.
so yeah, so that's like I guess our setup, and that's about maybe an hour in to the movie itself is just our fucking setup. Then the movie just kind of devolves into a bunch of slice of life things where I think Zoe Saldana was busy being Gamora, so she's not in the movie very much.
Yeah, she disappears for like long stretches. She's like
Yeah, well,
the second most important character in the first one, if not the most important character, and
yeah,
she's just poof.
she had to go back to her home planet, or I guess to her home tree. Then we got the two. We've got see you can't even really summarize the movie because you can summarize the first movie as it's Dances with Wolves in space. You get the general beats. Here, so I just given you the basic setup of why we're in Space Hawaii. So Jake Sully and Terry have 4.5 kids, I guess. So we got the two boys who I get one's supposed to be older, one's supposed to be younger. But because they're both blue cat people and because of their personalities seem to shift, I'll be honest, I lost track. I get one of them was supposed to be the prodigal son, like the good boy. One was supposed to be the
The
outcast.
fuck up.
Yeah, but they seem it. I'll be honest, maybe because I couldn't keep track of which one was who. Like they just didn't have unique enough designs. It took me a
Well,
while to realize that they were two different characters.
here's how I differentiate them. The younger one had a personality. The older one was a cardboard cutout.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, because
So
like I was really confused because like at first I thought the like how when they get there the younger one got the hots for the green girl, the had the crush on.
bullets in my head. I don't know which one that was.
Well, it was the younger one. At first, I thought it was the older one for the longest time, but then I realized, oh wait, no, it is the younger one because she likes him too, and the older one, yeah. So like, there's a half-baked love interest there, but um, yeah.
Uh,
So it was the younger one. They're so um, they're so yeah. I can't tell them apart half the time.
they really don't, you know, they don't do a very good job in both, and that's an issue with design and also characterization. The fact that I can't tell the two of them apart. So we got those two kids. Then they have the oddest, again, the not the oddest choice, but probably one of the more interesting choices. They have Sigourney Weaver basically playing a teenage version of herself as a cat person, and that whole fucking thing is like, okay, I feel like we're kind of skipping over some important things of just like, who's her dad? I'm like, I guess by the end of the movie, you're led to believe. I think we're led to believe it's the planet itself,
Yeah.
right?
So I was super confused. Did Sigourney Weaver died in the first one?
I think
I know
if
she
I
got her body transferred to an avatar.
no, they tried and they failed. I think she was like she got shot and they tried transferring her consciousness into the avatar via with the tree stuff, and
Okay.
it didn't take because
All right.
she was too far gone. But I guess
Okay.
I guess they kept her avatar body instead of just like I don't know, they kept it.
Yeah, and then the avatar body somehow had a baby put in there.
Yeah, and no, so either it was the planet itself or somebody got really freaky in the science lab.
Yeah, I don't. It's very confusing. It's very strange.
Somewhere, I think it was that one weird guy who he used to be in a lot of movies in the early 2000s. He was like the dickhead developer in Grandma's Boy. Um, you know
I
who I'm
didn't
talking
see.
about, right?
Was he? He was like the weird looking scientist guy, right? Or are you talking about?
Joel David Moore. I just looked it up, but yeah,
Okay.
he was he was like in a lot of those early
Yeah.
2000s comedies. You know, if
Uh,
we could slap a picture and we'll put him in
he
the
was in. Let's see. He was in Dodgeball. He was in Grandma's Boy, which I've never seen.
great movie, by the
Um,
way.
he
Not
was in
really.
Hatchet. He was um, the Hottie and the Naughty.
Ugh. Uh, oh yeah,
So
so we got
anyway,
let's get back to the kids. So we got Sigourney Weaver, who probably is probably one of the better aspects of like all these new characters we're introducing,
mhm.
just because that's interesting to me. And again, it does show off the technology. Like holy shit, yeah. There were a couple times I forgot that that is like a 60-plus-year-old Sigourney Weaver, but the way that it's animated, the way that Thierry's animated stuff looks really fucking good. And again, I it sold it for me.
The
Uh,
wait, which part sold it for you? I missed that. I'm sorry.
oh, sorry. The her uh, Kiri. I said Zoe Saldana's Jesus Christ. I said Joey Saldana's character's name or Zoe Saldana. Kiri is Sigourney
Is
Weaver.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Um, and then there's a little tiny kid who's like there's Tuck who's like the little girl who's like basically meant to be cute and annoying like every 80s
Hmm.
anime. Then you got Spider who is
The most insufferable character ever made.
yeah Jesus Christ. Put on some fucking pants, dude.
Yeah. Why is he like naked all the time? He's really gone native.
Yeah, I guess just cuz. Well, what's weird is like they at certain points in the movie they're like he's like a part of the family, and then other times they're like he's like a dog. I'm like, what the fuck is it like? And then it's revealed that apparently Stephen Lang, I guess, brought his family along on this like horrible jungle moon full of vicious predators. And it's like, yeah, this is a good place to raise an infant.
I would argue perhaps maybe he just you know had a little fun with some of his
Uh,
people with him,
I,
and out came baby.
bunkhouse bunny, I believe, is the derogatory military term. I don't know. Guess they have
Which
those in the
who's
future.
makes me wonder who his mother is.
I
Like,
don't know.
it's like there's so many questions I have about that. Like, did the mother die as well, which is why she never bothered coming back for her kid, or because like they couldn't take the baby because he was too young to go into cryo sleep or whatever,
Right.
or did the mother die? Because like I don't know, I don't see a parent being like, well, can I leave my kid here? Bye, and not like want to come back for the next
Yeah.
16
For
years.
16. Yeah, it's very much like the first, like I said, the first hour really sets up our premise of getting to Space Hawaii or whatever the ocean part is. But like the first 10 minutes of this movie are really like rapid fire. Like, okay, here's all the shit you didn't know. It's like, wow, we're really just not really trying to introduce all this stuff naturally. Just bam, 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 like flashcards. Like, okay, like James Cameron's notes. And then this happened. And then this happened. And then this happened. And now we start the story. And it will begin again in another hour. Yeah, and then uh, there's some shit with the whales.
Yeah,
Oh,
which the whale subplot that they're the sea people are have like a symbiotic relationship with.
mhm.
That comes in like 2/3 of the way through the movie.
Yes, and ends up being it's almost like there was no focus. Like, what is the story? Is it a revenge story? No, it's kind of like it
It's
really
about
does feel
it's like the Last Jedi. It's about family.
it is about family, but it's like it's very much just like it really does feel like a streaming show. You know what I mean? Where like you got all this ensemble cast, and they're all like everybody's got their own little thing going on, and it's like that works fine enough in a TV show, but when it's supposed to be a movie with like a flowing narrative, it kind of
Hmm.
gets lost in the shuffle because like what is our story? Um, but yeah, so then I guess I'm trying to remember. Okay, so they're all dicking around. They're all dicking around Space Hawaii. The son who's the fuck up beats basically another whale who's a fuck up, which is that's fucking that whole like of how he became like the outcast is so. Uh,
Okay, can you explain that to me? Because this is what I think happened.
okay.
The whale saw his mother die, and then he
Mm-hmm.
went to attack the humans because he was angry, and that's what made him the outcast.
I think also on top of that, he led other whales, and those whales got killed, and
Okay.
so the Avatar people or the sea cat people and the other whales called him a killer because he led others to their death, even though everything with the humans is just like you gotta hit him back, man. Like Jake Sully fought back the humans like 16 years ago and was pretty damn effective on it. But apparently, this one whale is going to get shit for it for the rest of his life. Like, what the fuck? Like, like I'm talking species. This is quite specious. Just because he's a blue cat man and that thing's a space whale.
Can we
Uh,
also talk about how sorry.
no, no.
How not only were the humans on this planet to get the unobtainium, unup is that what it was called?
I think that was
The
what it's called the
mystery,
first.
right? And that stuff is supposed to like energize everything, right?
Yeah,
Okay. And now in this movie, the they find out that these whales have like this magic goo inside them that can make you immortal.
yeah. Well,
Now, here's my question about the magic goo. How do they find out that in the first place?
I guess someone's just
Like, do they
these,
like just like find
these
a
are.
beached whale and like let's cut it up and find out what's inside? Like how do you discover that?
I'm thinking like like in Austin Powers, the second one, The Spy Who Shagged Me, how there was like hot coffee and then there was fat bastard stool sample next to each other. I'm thinking because that stuff looks like honey. Maybe somebody grabbed it thinking it was like a jar of honey and was like, "Damn,
And
I'm
now
feeling
it
really energized." Shit, that was the whale. That was the whale brains. What are you doing, man? Like I have no other explanation how they could come to that. And that's like that's a good driving villain force. But then that's introduced later in the movie. Beforehand, it's like we've completely abandoned the oil parallels of like, oh, we need oil. I mean, unobtainium from Pandora. We abandoned that. Now they're going straight up. Okay, we're just going to take over this place. We're colonizing. Earth
Yes,
is Earth is fucked. We fucked up, so we're taking over. We are we are not learning from any of our mistakes, none whatsoever. We are industrializing this place, industrializing the hell out of this.
like which is like, are they going to like terraform the planet, or do they expect the human race to all move there and just wear those masks for the rest of their life?
I'm assuming the mass for the rest of their lives, or they're going to build they're going to build a Simpsons movie style dome.
Like that's a terrible plan.
Yeah, and also just like again in the first movie you could kind of make an argument like, well, we need the untamed to survive, it's for our own species, we're not, we're just trying to make our we're just trying to do what we can. This movie, there is no question whatsoever, humanity is absolutely evil, 100%. There is no gray whatsoever. the
Right.
fact that the fact that again, this is humanity evolved what, like several hundred years from modern day, and
It's
we're
a
going back to whaling as, yeah, this is a viable career option, and not even like with guns, like with straight up harpoons. And the way the guys describe it, it's like, yeah, we separate the mothers from the rest of the pod, and just like, oh my god. And the fact is like, yeah, we're getting this little tiny, a jar this big of whale brain goop, and then we're getting rid of the rest of it. It's like someone's got to turn around and be like, are we the bad guys in this? Like, oh my god, this seems unnecessarily evil. Like,
Yeah, the only thing I could argue to that is that maybe the majority of people back on Earth don't exactly know what's going on. That, oh, we're just getting the stuff from there, and they're being fed like a pack of lies about, you know, oh yeah, no, they just got these. Just it's a dangerous place, Pandora. These savages are there, and we're
yeah,
trying to teach them what's what, and blah blah blah. And
yeah. Also, try this whale goop.
yeah, maybe they don't
Don't, or
know that
try,
they're whaling them that way. Like, oh, these whales, they got this stuff, and they're able to take it from them. And it's good for us.
yeah.
But they don't like, explain how it, they have to kill the whale, drill up into its head to get it, and then like discard the rest.
It's just so like I get it. These guys are bad. Like your captain's like an Australian slob who's wearing a Hawaiian shirt, going, yeah, these fucking whales, we go get them real good.
I
The
like how
most
the scientist guy was kind of like, I don't like this, but I have to go along with it. But like, was he killed? Because I know the captain was killed, but they
Captain.
left the scientist guy a little vague.
Well, I don't know if Captain Guy was killed. Captain Guy got his arm cut off.
Right,
So
I
I
got flung into the water. I almost guarantee we'll never see that character again.
Oh, I think James got a whole villain arc. He's going to come back with like a robot arm, and he's going to be pissed off and even more Australian. The scientist dude, I think, lived. The most surprising thing is like outside of like I guess the main cast of characters, most of the actors in this, I'm like, well, I guess Kate Winslet's in it. Did you know that?
Yeah, yeah, where she just hisses all the time.
Yeah, Hiss is
James
in.
James Cameron, you know how to write women.
Yeah, somewhere James Cameron's making somebody's fantasy happen. We're checking
Like,
off all the fetishes.
yeah, I love how when the tribal chief is meeting the Jake and his family for the first time, he's like cool with them staying. And then the wife comes in, and he's like, all right, what do you want to say, hon? It's like just like put out that she's there, and like kind of being, it's like, all right, whatever she says goes.
Yeah, like this
It's like
guy's
the
a
look of like
fucking.
defeat.
Yeah, it's like, did no one watch the first movie? Like this guy is like he should be a fucking hero to everyone. Like he drove back humans the first 16 years ago. Like, instead we're all giving him shit just cause the movie requires him to get shit.
I'm looking up the fun facts about the guy who played the scientist.
Yeah. Oh.
Two major things that I noticed here.
Mhm.
One, he was the director along with Takiti, the guy who did Thor,
Yeah.
of the movie version of What We Do in the Shadows.
Yep. Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords.
Oh, okay, I've never seen Flight of the Conchords.
You really should. It's good. It's good if you. It's good that that dry sense of humor. But anyhow, that was probably the most surprising. I'm like, holy shit, what are you doing in here?
He was in Men in Black 3 as the main villain.
Yep.
Who was under a lot of prosthetics. And the most important thing here is in the movie, the DC's League of Super Pets voiced Aquaman.
Well, I'll be damned. So a real journeyman, Jermaine Clement is.
Right. Well, he's Aquaman. He's Way of the Water. It all makes sense.
It's like poetry.
Yeah, it rhymes. And I do see that he is he will be appearing in Avatar 3. So
yeah, I think that's kind of the other thing we have to bring up with this. It's not that James Cameron finally put out Avatar 2. It's that he has got these things ready to go in the bag. Like, he's got Avatar 2, 3, and 4. Like, because I think
I know 3 is done filming. I think 4 they're in the middle of, aren't they?
I don't know. He made it seem like he was like, okay. It was like one of the interviews when the movie came out. He was like, we're avoiding the Stranger Things case where, like, you'd see the kids visibly age up, and avoiding that awkward puberty stage we just filmed all this right around the same time, so that way the actors look. But I guess if they're animated, it doesn't really whatever.
I mean, what's her name? They made Sigourney Weaver into a 14-year-old.
Yeah, and it works. It's freaking like I didn't remind myself too hard, but it was like I was able to suspend my disbelief. Like, oh yeah, that is Sigourney Weaver. She's playing a teenager. She's doing a pretty good job at it. But yeah, even still, yeah, he's got these babies locked and loaded, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, they're coming it for you. And then only James Cameron can do this.
Yeah, I think he's got more planned. It's like if I guess this pseudo trilogy of 2, 3, and 4 works, I think he's got like 5, 6. He is ready to pump out Avatar movies till the day he dies.
Okay, here we go. I found a quote here. They said that a third of Avatar 4 has already been filmed for logistical reasons. Elaborating, James Cameron said, I had to shoot the kids out. They're allowed to age 6 years in the middle of the story on page 25 of movie 4. So I needed everything before then, and then everything after we'll do later. So yeah, he filmed the kids being younger and then are jumping 6 years later.
Okay. So, okay. Well, okay. Well, I guess that's the main thing. And this is actually the whole reason, much like Avatar 2, we're getting to the point of the story about almost an hour into it. Which is after I sat down, I only put myself through watching Avatar 2 once. And I did that for a very specific reason. I had to watch Jack Snyder. I had to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League twice, and that was
ew. Why?
Once was me and my buddy. Once was me, my buddy. Or once the second time was me, my brother-in-law, and Megan. So anyhow,
I've not seen it once. So
did you see the original cut?
I did.
Joss, you've seen it.
You've seen Justice League. Yeah.
You've pretty much seen it. It's the same stories, follows the same beats. It just there's more.
Cause it is a superior film from what people on the internet tell me. and if you don't like it, then you're just a hater,
It,
and you
it's
don't appreciate cinema.
you know what it is. It is you have the original Justice League, which is like a skinny, shriveled up turd, and then you've got the Zack Snyder Justice League, which is like someone who's been eating a lot of fiber, more well rounded, but it's still a turd. It's impressive, but it's still shit. Anywho, but I did not rewatch Way of Water before this showing because I'm like, once is enough. I got the general gist. But after watching it, I had the question: was this actually a good movie? Like, because I thought about that for the first several days afterwards. I'm like, oh, I did not see it in theaters. Saw it at home on my TV, which is probably the preferred setting, I would say.
Yeah,
And
obviously.
it
How else would
looks,
you do it?
yeah, I guess pay money, sit in a sweaty theater with all the mouth breathers who are clapping like seals. Everyone who's dressed up in blue wanting to be a Navi. Which is a real thing. People
Oh,
who
I
actually got
know.
depressed.
I remember that the first movie they're up the press that Pandora didn't exist. Why
Yeah,
the fuck would you want to live on Pandora?
yeah.
Nothing about that planet seems appealing to me.
Like I'm surprised this movie's got people do that. Or Nick, you're what would someone call a trekker or a trekkie? Would you
Yeah.
want to live on the USS Enterprise?
Compared to Pandora, fuck yeah, because the Enterprise has got a lot of cool shit on it.
That they do.
I mean,
But
like if you want to live in the be the Navi, okay, go live in the forest for a day. The people who want to do that, they'll be dead within an hour.
from all the again, it's beautiful, but God is everything just seems like it's a horrible, horrible, horrible place to live.
I mean, maybe if you were raised there and that's all you know, fine, okay, great. But like, ew, no, everything wants to kill you there. Why would you want to
You,
go there?
you mean you don't want to be like Spider, a white man with dreadlocks and covered in mud and shit?
Well, yeah, but that's for completely different reasons.
um, but yeah, so the movie looks great. Everything looks great on it. The
Mhm.
music is great. But again, I kept coming back to I didn't understand a single fucking thing that was going on. I didn't understand what every character's goal was. Because Jake starts the movie fighting off humans. I guess he got depressed or got worried about his family. And then at the end of the movie, he's back to okay. Now I'm really pissed and going to fight these guys off. I'm like, so he spent 3 hours, getting you back to where you started the movie at. Like it would make more sense if like you were a pacifist, but or like not involved in like fighting the humans that return. But you're clearly showing leading raids, destroying trains, trying to fuck up, try to do
Right.
it try to destroy humanity again.
So, lots of questions.
Okay,
Um,
no answers.
yeah, right. To comment on what you're saying, I was able to follow what was happening overall. I
Mm.
got the gist of what was going on, but like it kind of what you're getting at. It didn't make sense. Like, why would they do these things?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I get Jake wanted. He was afraid that okay, now that Stephen Lang is back, and he's going to come after us, and that's no good. So let's move our family away from here so they can't find us. But like, I feel that's maybe
We'll just leave the path destruction to someone, make it someone else's problem.
which is
That's
what
literally what
they
happens.
exactly do. Now maybe they
Yeah,
thought that like the clan is defended enough that if they did come to them, they'd be able to hold them off because they found all those guns, if you remember, and all the
yeah.
weapons. So maybe that they don't need us. They're trained well enough to defend themselves. Let's go hide our family somewhere else. Um, but like it would seem like yeah, Quidditch. Is that his name?
Quaritch, I think.
Quidditch.
The fact that I
Whatever.
know this is so sad. I lost third grade algebra to remember this movie.
Um, like you think like, oh wait, let's take him out because that's no good. He's this is a bad idea. Um, but they don't, and they could lead him into a trap. They want to track him. Okay, then track him, and then kill him. I'm sure there's a way you could make that happen.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
got pretty
they were taking down all the other reincarnated peoples.
Yeah, they got pretty close. I think their first encounter with them, if I remember correctly, like there was like raining and they were like
Right.
shooting bows and arrows and like knocking them out, and, like taking these dudes out. I'm like, holy, yeah, I think we could have done it,
Um,
but the
but
kids, it was all about the kids.
right.
We
I mean,
lost Spider, who is so important.
I think how no one gives a shit about Spider being gone,
I mean, Zoe
except for like,
Saldana wanted to stab him at the first
yeah.
give
So I want to talk about that, but we'll get to that.
it.
Um, but like, why does Jake go to them and have have the humans never gone to any of the other villages on Pandora? Like, it seems like in the first movie, the Na'vi, they were just the blue people, and we thought, okay,
Yeah,
that's all of them. And now it's revealed, oh no, there's all these different species of Na'vi across the planet,
yeah.
which makes sense, or across the moon. Excuse me, Avatar friends.
James Cameron's gonna be pissed at you for getting that fact wrong.
Come at me, James Cameron. Um, uh, which makes sense. And I'm sure we'll learn like there's going to be like rock Avatar people, or rock Navi, and probably I'm
Oh,
sure they go with all
the
the
next
elements.
the next one apparently I heard is the Fire Navi,
Okay,
and apparently
so
they're going
no,
to be the bad Navi, I
oh,
guess.
of course it's fire,
Yeah.
because James Cameron's like, hmm, my movie's named Avatar. Is there anything else named Avatar? Oh, this other thing. I'll just rip off those ideas now. Um, and so okay, so we get the fire ones, whatever. Um, but like has Earth never encountered these other Navi? I feel like there's been some contact, but the main issue has been with the forest ones.
Yeah, because I think they were close. They had the biggest. I think the movie said, yeah, their trees got the biggest like thing of the rock that we're after.
Okay, okay, so that's why they're going after the forest people.
Yeah, I think that was why they got hard on for it. It was like they got
Like
the
their
the
tree of
mother load.
souls or tree of life or
Yeah, whatever's at Animal Kingdom in Disney, they got that.
okay,
Um, but okay, so yeah, they Jacob decides to abandon the fight to protect his family.
it's all about
Decides to make
family.
it this other water navi's problem that
Yeah,
were harboring fugitives. I guess their logic is, well, actually, their logic is that there's so many islands that it'd be nearly impossible for them to find them because there's so many little islands. But then the Kiri or Kiki, I'm probably gonna mess this up. Has like basically a stroke, and so
right.
the only other guy who's an avatar, or I guess some of the human scientists, take a helicopter which can be tracked to the island, the humans who are very much like, again, they want Jake Sully track very easily and decide, all right, we're going to go with this whaling vessel and we're going to hit him with everything we got.
You know, how much time passes in the movie? Not, I know there's like a year from the very beginning of the movie to like a little bit in, but when the movie proper starts, like when they leave, do you think it's like a few months that they're living at this place?
Yeah, I figure like 2 or 3 months. They're
Okay, let's
it's a
say
move. Uh huh.
let's say 2 months on the conservative side.
Yeah.
Um, what is um Stephen Lang's job supposed to be? Just find Jake Sully?
Find
Like,
Jake Sully. Yep.
I feel like he should be doing other things besides just that. Like the general should be ordering him to be like, all right, kill all the Navi so we can get that unobtainium.
Yeah, I think it's the idea is that they're, again, I don't know why you said the soldiers that got killed by the Navi, but in Navi bodies. I guess Yeah, that's not traumatic enough. Which is probably the only other interesting sci-fi concept is his whole thing, which I'll get to in just a moment. But I think his goal was to like, you fought these guys before, so you're gonna help us take out this resistance. I guess whenever your consciousness gets re-uploaded into a clone body, uh, I don't know where he ranked militarily. He seemed like he was like the head honcho, but I guess he's now down at like any RPG. His stats have been reset, and now
Well,
he's starting out from the lowest of the low.
he was a colonel, and
Yeah,
Eddie Falco is there, and she's the general. So I don't know why there were no
I,
generals before.
yeah, because he seemed like he was in charge of everything. He was like leading the whole. But
Right.
I guess now we're getting. I guess Nurse Jackie's getting in here and gonna fuck him up.
I guess, which
Yeah,
is fine for him to have some oversight, but yeah, it's just
yeah.
uh,
I did want to say that was probably one of the other pluses of the movie was that his whole that character's whole arc because he's like it does play back and forth like okay arguably you are the same person but there's other arguments that you're not the same individual that you were before and they kind of use that back and forth a couple times where one he crushes his own fucking skull and two they say yeah basically you got all my memories personalities. I feel like this concept has been used in another movie. I don't know if I can't name a movie, but I feel like it has. You know what I mean?
it may have been. I mean, it's basically cloned,
Yeah,
basically a
but
clone.
basically a clone. But then he's like, he's
Oh
like,
wait, The Rise of Skywalker.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
James
Oh,
Cameron's ripping off George Luke. No, J.J. Abrams and Kathleen Kennedy.
oh man, that's like making a copy of a copy of a copy. um, but yeah, that's what makes at least that character interesting is that very much it's back and forth. Again, he's like trying. You can tell he's like he wants that relationship with. I guess arguably you could argue it's his son, but you could also argue it's definitely not his son because he's just a cop. He's just a digital file of a consciousness uploaded into a body. But they definitely treat it as if like it's a continuation of his original like who he was before he basically got his brain scanned and before
Hmm.
that final fight.
Right.
So there's some interesting things going on, but definitely which is probably the I think his parts were probably the most entertaining of the movie because at least they had a purpose, they had a goal.
Yes, you knew exactly what he was going for.
He he wants Jake Sully, but he also wants to form a relationship with his I guess estranged son from the person that he is cloned from. And it's like, is he the man? Is he the same man, or is he a whole new person? Who? And I think that's what makes it. I think.
I just sent you a link, by the way.
God. Wow.
Just for those who are the two of you that are listening, I just sent Cuz a link to a Wikipedia entry for a movie called "This Ain't Avatar." You can look it up on your own. I won't go into details. I'll save the surprise for you. It's an alternative sequel to Avatar. Let's just put it like that.
Surprisingly, it's 129 minutes. It's long. I
That's
guess
what she
that's the other
said.
thing they'd say. Oh, produced by Larry Flint. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god. I
You're welcome.
was wondering. I just saw the little pop up, and I was like, "What is he sending me?" Oh my god. Oh, I like in the description it says who everybody's replacing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that like as if this is a legit parody or something. Like, no. Oh fuck.
But anyway, um, yeah, like Quidditch had purpose in the movie.
Mm,
Um, Sully. I mean, I felt like okay. James Cameron said that if Avatar 2 bombed at the box office, they would just release Avatar 3, and it would be a good way to wrap up the series as like a trilogy. With some some editing and fixing some things up.
Right.
But like
Cover the mouths.
this doesn't feel like the middle chapter. It just feels like stuff happens.
If it feels like it's supposed to be because of how it's structured and how everything's paced, it does feel like this is like the mid-season finale of like a TV show, or specifically like a
Mm-hmm.
streaming TV show. You know, where it's like, okay, now it's like we get back, now shit's really going down. It's like, okay, so what was all that shit before? Like, I've been here for 3 hours, and like now we're like, now I'm pissed. Basically, is Jake Sully's mantra.
I mean, they also said like these movies, each one can function independently on its own, but will tell an overarching narrative. Which to me sounded, I would compare that idea to, and I know these are books, but like the Harry Potter series. Like
Mm-hmm.
each Harry Potter book slash movie, you can watch it on its own. You don't really need to see the previous ones to get what happens. But this didn't feel like that. Yeah, you could watch it on its own, but by the end of it, you probably just be like, where is this going? Where are we going with this?
If you didn't see the first 20 minutes and the last 20 minutes, I think I could get that argument. I could understand that because it's very because there is a lot of this movie that just again, there's a part of me that likes that it's a slice of life, but there's another part of me like this is supposed to be a movie that's not a show. So it's like, where are we going with all this? I get we're learning how
Right,
to adapt to this, make believe culture, but like, what's the general message? What are we trying to do? At least with Dance with Wolves, I get the message. I get the
right.
themes. Man bad, nature good. That's I can get behind that. I understand it.
Like I guess this is more focused on Vin Diesel's favorite thing, family, and how you try to protect your family in these sorts of situations. But at the same time, it's like, okay, great, but the movie had too many characters to service,
Yeah.
and I forgot like the young girl, the youngest, what, 4 or 5 year old, what
Yeah.
took, like
I
I
think
forgot she existed. Like she would disappear, and then she'd pop up. Oh, yeah, there she is. Um, and then you have the weird one with Sigourney Weaver, who they're clearly setting up to be this, I don't know,
she's
mystical character. She's going to be Avatar Jesus or something.
yeah, it's gonna be it was her story the whole time.
Yeah,
She was the real Avatar.
the real Avatar is the friends we made along the way. Which makes me wonder. Ooh, put a pin in that.
Okay.
I was just about to say. It makes me wonder why these movies are called Avatar, because no one is an Avatar anymore. They're all Navi.
Well, that's true.
But then you just said something that spurred an idea in me. What if uh, uh, Sigourney Weaver's kid is an avatar for Pandora?
Oh, fuck.
Cut the check, James Cameron. I figured you out.
Oh, fuck. I bet you know what? That's it's not the dumbest thing, but it's like that makes the most sense of
Mm-hmm.
like where he's going with all this and all the shit they were doing. Like, yeah, yeah, we'll have to cut back to this audio recording and like I'm not sure when the next whenever he's done with the Avatar movies, and we'll be like, we called it,
In like
we
10
called it.
years.
Yeah,
Listen, I didn't hate this movie. It's not a bad film. Overall, it seemed aimless, and it seemed like it was like, okay, I want to tell the story in the next movie, but I gotta set all this other stuff up first before we get there.
That's why I said, yeah, it's definitely. I'm going to the camp that I don't think it's a very good movie just from a story, just story alone. Like you can tell that a lot of work went into this. Like everything looks so good, everything's so thought out. The way that the military stuff looks and is designed, the way that each Navi area looks and feels.
Mm-hmm.
That world, you could tell, like Jay. I know it probably wasn't him personally, but the team that he had behind it really thought of like, okay, how do we? It's almost like when you're like daydreaming and stuff like that, and you keep the and like if you have like your own like daydream like about sci-fi world, and the longer you daydream about the world, you add more details and you doing this. That's kind of how it felt to me. It's like they really fully fleshed out what this world is and how it functions. It's not just like, oh, this one area. It's like, here's how this whole planet or moon functions. And I gotta give credit where credit's due because it really does look very good. But the story that it's showing and telling us is not very interesting. I'm sorry. Like I don't care. Like they of course tried to spice it up. Like the kid who's the fuck up, ends up
Mm-hmm.
getting the prodigal son killed,
Right.
and everybody's sad about that. But it's like, I'll be honest, I didn't care. I didn't know who he was for half the movie. It took me a while to realize, oh, he's different from the other brother. Like they're, and so it's like, how can I form a connection to these characters when I'm like, I really don't care that much about them. Like I guess the solution would have been like, I guess you have less kids, but then it's like they want to have all these things, all these different element ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they couldn't just pick one. They went with all of them. Like we want a cute kid, that's going to be the little girl. We want a kid who's got mysterious powers. Okay, that's Sigourney Weaver. We want a kid who's the son of our old bad guy. Okay, we got that too. Got the son who wants to be, wants to live up to his father's expectations. Okay, and we got the one who keeps fucking up. It's like those are 5 different archetypes, and they just said, okay, James, you got to pick one or two of those. No, no, we're going to do all 5. We're doing all 5 because I'm James Cameron and I know what's best.
Um. Yeah, I think you're right. You want all these stuff, all these things in here, and it's too much, just
Yeah,
too much. Like, I bet it's stuff that'll pay off later on. But like, do we need the cute little kid? Maybe not. Do we need 2 brothers, especially since you're just going to kill one off? I guess you need that for a growing, um, for the other kid to grow. Like, okay, now I gotta be, a learning
yeah.
experience for him. But I don't know.
It just none of it just felt like satisfying or interesting. Like even during the big action sequences, like all the stuff is going on, and like because I'm trying to think, there was surprisingly not that much action when I recall. I think there was like what you got your initial fight at the beginning, where like they're attacking that train, right? And then I think we have got the rate, like Jake and Terry versus like Quaritch and his dudes.
Hmm.
And then I don't think there's very much action. I think maybe like there's a space shark that tries to eat the one kid, and the whale comes out and is like, and that's when he and the whale become friends.
Hmm.
But then not much else. I think there's like maybe then it's like the big action sequence at the end, but between all that, there's a lot of just like high school
Swimming
drama.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, high school drama shit. Like, oh, we're leaving you at the cove, and you got crushed on this one girl, and you got to figure out how to swim in the water, and all this other shit.
Right. Like it. I I would like to. I'm not, but I'd like to take the movie and see if it could be edited down into more of a reasonable time frame.
I bet you could.
Like,
There's got to be an hour at least that you don't need.
right. And um, like there's scenes of them like learning how to breathe longer underwater. Okay, you need a scene like that. Maybe do a montage. We're gonna need a montage. Um,
Montage.
where they're learning the stuff, but like it just goes on and on, and it's visually interesting. I wasn't bored, I guess, in the movie, although I did yawn a lot. But that's a whole nother reason. Um, but I don't know.
Well, here's probably another thing I'd bring up for a movie that's 3 hours long. They have to use they had to call Sam Worthington out of his what is it? What is in Australia? They got didgeridoos. They had to call him out of his didgeridoo and say, "Hey, do you want to be in Hollywood again?"
Yeah,
And
he disappeared, didn't he?
yeah, yes, he did. I think he went straight to Redbox. Um,
He's
but
like the group of actors like there's Sam Worthington, Garrett Hundlin, and
Liam Hemsworth.
yeah, to an extent, Liam Hemsworth, and who's the guy that played Captain Boomerang in the DC movies? Was that Garrett Hundlin or was that someone else?
Jai Courtney. Jai Courtney.
Jay Courtney, yeah. There's
They
like
tried
that group.
making Jai Courtney a thing. They put him. They gave him every opportunity. Hey, you're John McClane's son. Hey,
Yeah,
you're Kyle Reese. Hey, you're Captain Boomerang.
I I feel like there was like a string of those actors who all kind of came out at the same time and were all like interchangeable with one another, and like none of them made it, and I think they're all like exports from Australia too. So uh
They had to open up a big can of Fosters, and then they came oozing out.
yeah, because they all like were in these like fairly big movies or expected to be big movies,
Yeah.
like Terminator and Tron and Avatar and other related ones, and like just the careers went nowhere.
Nope. Boy, we really. And somewhere, someone keeps going. Man, we keep betting on the wrong horse. It's like they. Well, never. It's like they go after the screening. They go, God, we'll never cast that guy again. But the doorway's too low, so they forget to duck and hit their head. And you're like, oh, what was I thinking about? Yeah, we should really cast that guy in our next movie.
Well, I mean, I think like Hollywood eventually rejected them to like direct to DVD or I guess now direct to streaming sort of avenues because they ain't in A-list Hollywood movies unless they
Nope.
got their name attached to a franchise.
Yep.
I'm curious if they're making another Tron movie for some reason because the first two failures, that didn't tell them that people aren't interested in
Tron
this.
is a cult classic, Nick. Don't you know? With Jeff Bridges, you
Yeah,
fucking asshole.
Tron was a cult classic, but it bombed at the box office. It got word of mouth and people liked it, so they made Tron 2. And you know what? It also failed. Um, but it makes me wonder if Jared, whatever his name,
Leto?
no, not Jared Leto, Garrett, the guy who was the lead character who played the son in Tron 2, if he'll be in the third one. Garrett
I have no idea.
Hundlin, or he's one of those. He this doesn't matter, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll save that for the
Yikes.
Tron 3, more Tron um, podcast someday. But
Oh. Oh God, that's actually his name. Oh God, I thought you were making somebody up.
no, I don't know how to pronounce it, but like that's like his name. I could be butchering the pronunciation, but like yeah, it's like Garrett or Gerald or something with a G, and his last name's like Hunland or something.
Oof, man, talk
That's a
about
real actor and a real name. But
yeah, talk about.
and he
I'm
was,
just look at his thing. What a talk about a goddamn losing streak.
but
Yikes.
uh, let's talk about the effects in this movie.
Yeah.
Um, they were good, but I really felt like when you saw Stephen Lang in his
Uh,
blue suit, which I love when they made his body, he already had the tattoos. Like,
they just that's not how cloning works, guys. I guess they just decided we
yeah.
want to get this ink on before
And wasn't it because wait, did it wasn't in the first one the only reason they got Jake Sully is because very few people can do this avatar thing, and yet it
Yes.
has and but now it seems like, oh, anyone can do it.
No, actually, I will correct you, sir. So
Mm.
Jake had a twin brother who
Right.
apparently and the avatars are coded to the your genetic profile, and because they cost stupid amounts of money, they were like,
Oh, okay.
"Hey, your scientist brother died. I don't know how they just say he died, but we already put all this money into Avatar, so we gotta thrust you into this thing."
Oh, okay, okay. Because I knew it was they picked him because of the brother connection. I
Yeah.
thought it was because the brother had the gene to get in there right, and the so Jake Sully would have it too. But anyone can do it as long as they make the body specifically for you.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
They tailored a bodysuit for him to just slink right into.
So was Jake Sully's brother a twin brother?
Sure.
Because like the avatar looks just like Jake Sully.
Oh, Nick, a wizard did it.
But anyway, what I was saying is when I, I felt I thought there was a little bit of an uncanny valley when the bad avatars were interacting with the humans. Like
Yeah.
Stephen Lang, something looked a little off. I'm like, mm. But like when you're in the full CGI environment, like when they're all like the motion cap, they're all
Yeah.
around it. It blended better.
Yeah, because it's always going to be that the human eyes got like, okay, that's real. That's real. That lives with us on Earth. All right. But I had to sneak in that. But no, there's always going to be that kind of distinction where like I know, and the technology for CGI is really damn impressive. But the human eye is always going to be able to tell when something's not right. When it's in the fully CG environment, looks phenomenal. Like, oh my god, the detail and everything is incredible. But yeah, when they're next to real people, it's like, yeah, I can. You just know. It's like call it like a instinct, call it whatever you want. It's like we just I personally didn't have too much of a problem with it. Like it wasn't that I will say this, like I noticed it, but it wasn't that jarring where it took me out of it. Like it wasn't like again, I did see the last Thor movie, so I understand what happens when CGI fails.
Oh
But
my god.
but
I
that's a
like that. I like that Thor movie overall, but like, yeah, the CGI in that. Well, that's a whole nother
that's
topic.
we're but so we've seen in the same year what happens when CGI works and when it doesn't work. And I still feel like this is probably again money well spent. Now whether it went to the actual CGI artist, different question. But clearly, work was put into this thing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can't deny that. So, um,
And if I had dropped some acid while watching some of those underwater scenes, I'd be like, "This is just like me back at the aquarium." Just put some of that on a loop, like James turn that into a screensaver. Just Pandora underwater. It's like, yeah, this is relaxing. This is nice.
I got freaked out by it mostly because I haven't been sleeping lately because I went to a wedding and the guy flipped my wife 9 times. And it really bothered me.
James Cameron flipped my wife 9 times.
That's I think you should
It,
leave reference. We do this a lot on the show.
it, at the end of the day, like besides the only memorable thing from Avatar 2 that I still come back to and I laugh is the whole like space whalers subplot that we had. Like I just think that's so ridiculous and so like cartoony evil
I'm
that
thinking of Futurama. We're whalers on the moon. We
yeah,
have our harpoons.
that's oh my god. Do you think that's what James Cameron saw that episode? Was like, I
He
got an
saw like
idea.
the second episode of Futurama back in 1999. Like, I'm stealing that and claiming it as my own.
I gotta remember this. It's been like 20 years. Uh, but yeah, just I guess the big question is, so when Avatar 3 eventually is released onto the world, will you be first in line to see it dressed up in
No.
blue paint?
Well, I'll probably have the blue paint on me, but
Well, for different reasons
for
altogether.
different reasons, yeah. Along with my like dreadlocks, but
Yeah,
walking around naked. Completely different reasons. I won't
sir.
get into it. Sir, this is a Wendy's. I know. What's your point? We were kind of
The,
red paint.
the girls are just like, look away, kids, look away.
Um, no. Can I be convinced to watch it on streaming if, like, you say, Nick, we got to do a podcast on this? Yeah, all right, I'll do that, but I'm not probably going to seek it out.
You're not going to be you will resist the because I'll be honest, there were a couple times I almost just when I was like hearing all the stuff. Because I'll be honest, I don't go again. I don't go to the theater to like watch like I want for like just regular. I'm not going just like on a whim. Like I'm gonna go if I'm going to the movies. It's like this got to be something special.
Hmm.
Not because I'm a purist or anything. It's just like I ain't got the time, I ain't got the money, and plus there's so much shit nowadays. It's like why do I need to go to a movie theater unless I know it's going to be something special? So there was a couple times where I kind of I thought back in December or I guess early part of this year. God, 2023 just will not is the year that will not end. But where I thought that yeah, you know what, I could maybe we'll go see the Avatar 2. I'm glad I didn't because I would have been probably pissed off if I sat in a theater for 3 hours and like that's it. That's where it ends. We're
That's
just
the ending?
that was so after all we learned that the way of water is. I'll be honest, I don't even know what the way of water is. I guess I guess you're sitting on a dock by the bay, watching the tide roll away. I mean, I don't know what I didn't know what the lesson was.
The lesson one is family. Vin Diesel's
Family,
going to sue.
man. Dress
Put
Vin
Vin
Diesel
Diesel
up
in
in
these movies.
I'd watch Vin Diesel, in one of these dressed with blue body paint.
Hey,
But
I'm Vin Diesel. We're going to have family.
he's
Welcome to my barbecue.
don't he's got us.
Can we talk about like the huge plot hole? Maybe not plot hole. Like the huge thing at the end of the movie that like my wife and I were like, "What the fuck?" Where
I want to know what this is because
so they're so the water people are mad because the whalers had killed their whale, and they're
yeah,
like, "We're gonna kill him," and Jake's like, "No." But then Jake's like, "Okay." So they all go out to attack the whalers, and they're killing all the whalers. And Jake's like, "I gotta save my family," and so he's going on the boat, and then suddenly all the other the sea Navi disappeared. And you might think like, well, they want to kill the whaler, so they did their part. They like Jake do the other thing. But the chief's daughter was on the
the whaling ship.
on the whaling ship. You think they'd be like the chief or the uh, Kate Winslet would be like, we gotta go find our daughter. So we're like, did we miss something? Where did they go? Why are they not here? Where did they just disappear? Like not even a line saying like, oh, they had to go back or something. Supposedly James Cameron cut like 10 minutes of action sequences from this movie that would have presumably I'm guessing that's what they cut out. Maybe they explain why they retreated. But I was curious about it, so
Damn,
I did a
damn!
lookaloo.
This movie was that movie actually had cuts somewhere. Holy shit!
Yeah, like I hang on, let me find out what happened to the other Navi in the end of Avatar 2. I had to look it up, and I came across um a, a Reddit chain, and there were some
Okay,
great comments on there. So the first of all, the question was, um, they attacked the whalers to save the Loka, and the cast of Jews. Navi find the perfect opportunity to destroy the humans. Then they just disappear from the camera. The whole entire act of the Scully family uh, was versus Stephen Lang was isolated. The sea Navi just disappeared and didn't help at all during the eclipse scene.
okay.
And so these are some of the comments about what happened.
Oh, thank God for Reddit.
They are no longer important to the story, so they cease to exist. That was one. Let's see. Someone says, a more concrete explanation is that the eclipse is happening. They usually go back to their homes at that point. Response: bedtime at eclipse o'clock. No fucking exceptions. Let's see. There was where is it? I'll cut all this dead stuff. Poochie died on his way back to his home planet. Let's see. Hang on. There's a really good one. I want to make sure I say it. Let's see. Hang on. I gotta. Oh yeah. Yeah, the water chief and his wife don't even rescue their child, which is weird. Someone respond.
She was pregnant. She had a spare.
Yeah, I was completely lockstep with the movie until the water chief disappeared. Super unfortunate because James Cameron's enough of a perfectionist. He would notice this before he signed off on it. Oh shoot, where was that? There's a really good one here. They destroyed the giant ship. That's why they left. The battle was over. Only Jake and his family had a beef with Quitteridge. The battle was over, but the Water Clan were there to save the chief's daughter, who was still captured along with Jake's children. The response: sounds like we know who isn't the chief's favorite. It's amazing that nearly a 3-hour film, about 60 minutes of that was just being shots of people swimming, would cut something like this for time and not anything else.
Those swimming scenes were really that was the glue that held the movie together, not plot related. Again, plot wasn't important. No one haven't you ever heard of suspension of disbelief? No one will ever notice.
So I don't know. That's all I got, I guess. Avatar 2 for me, it was fine. I don't think I got much out of it. I don't regret watching it, but it's not the outrageous experience that everyone seemed was going to make it out. I don't understand why it made $2.3 billion, but maybe Tom Cruise is right. Movies are back, baby.
I think he said that 2 or 3 times now. He said that for this, Flash, Barbie, Oppenheimer. I mean, the guy will just say yes if the check clears.
I don't think his own movie. I don't think he would have said that for Oppenheimer, because Cruise is pissed at Oppenheimer that it caused Mission Impossible 7 to get booted from IMAX theaters after a week.
But yeah, Avatar 2. Probably not a good movie. Wait till the series finishes up. The year 2079.
Do you think he's going to stop at 5, or do you think he's going to keep pushing it?
I think he's going to keep making avatars, and I think he has got a vault. Okay, I will say this. Let me get my thoughts together. James Cameron's been marinating on this idea since probably the mid '80s, but felt like the technology wasn't there. I think he's got, just like how Prince had a vault of unreleased music that's still I don't know if we'll ever see the light of day. I think James Cameron's got dozens of scripts just ready to go. He's got enough avatars to last him the rest of his life. He's got the rights to. Does he have the rights to Terminator again? Or I'm so confused.
I have no idea.
Who owns Terminator? Because I remember it being funny, him promoting the one with Emilia Clarke, and he's like, "Oh yeah, this is Terminator," and you can tell he is just look, they just gotta get through.
Did the check clear yet?
Yeah. It's I think after this one, I get the rights back, and once he did, it was like a producer then, or then that one was, I don't know, I didn't see that one with the Sarah Connor and all that shit. But anywho, I guess James Cameron is you know what, Terminator Train's done. It's all about Avatar, baby.
I mean, it's uh James Cameron is 70 no 69 68 years old. uh he's going to be doing this for the next 10 years, so he's going to be like pushing 80 by the time it ends. Is the rest of his career just going to be pure Avatar stuff?
Yes,
I
and
feel that's unfortunate.
yeah, because I did kind of, you know what, there was I did actually look up like after watching this, I looked up his filmography because many great directors don't the greats don't make that many make that many movies,
Hmm.
and James Cameron's filmography, if he is considered one of the greats, like yeah, half his stuff is like Avatar now.
Yeah.
You got it. You got of course his Terminator 2, The Abyss. Um, let's
Huh.
see.
I'm looking at his filmography right now. I thought he directed more movies, but I guess not.
No, I think he was in. I think there's a lot of his career where he was in talks directed movies. I know at one point there before Sam Raimi came along. I know there was like talks of having him doing a Spider-Man.
Right. You
I
know,
remember that.
this is insane to me that James Cameron directed Titanic in 1997, and his next movie after that was Avatar in 2009.
Yeah, that's
It's like
wild.
he didn't make anything in between. I guess he was working on
He's working on a sub.
yeah, Avatar, but wow.
No, like he worked on Avatar, and then then he made his little sub to go down to the Titanic. James Cameron, looking forward to Avatar 12 coming to Disney, Hulu, Max Plus, as brought to you by X.
Avatar 12, Buddy by X. Avatar 12. Just watch it, you slob. You know you want to.
Yeah, this I want to see like the cut of Avatar. Like have you did you ever see Cats?
Uh-uh.
Don't see Cats
I'm not going to.
unless you're like really really drunk. I'm talking like super drunk. But there was a controversy where like apparently the Cats had a there was a cut of Cats where, because again they're both very human and yet trying to be anatomically correct. Apparently there was a cut of the rendering of the cats that had buttholes.
I did hear about that.
I think somewhere James has the cut of Avatar 2 where everybody's got a little butthole. Ugh. Yeah, it's just a little peek, for accuracy though. We gotta show that the Navi indeed have a digestive. Sorry,
Oh
I'm kind of laughing at
God.
my own stupid jokes, but yeah, I got nothing more to say. Not a good movie. 0 out of 10. Take it
Oh
off
wow,
my watch list.
you hate wow, that's pretty hardcore there. Um
Come
but it
at me,
was nominated
James.
for Best Picture at the 95th Academy Awards.
Yeah, again, it's not a. It's a technically impressive movie. It looks really good, but the story. If we're basing this on like story and like the best movie of that year, it was not. This is like it makes the Force Awakens look like a fucking masterpiece in comparison. If we're talking about like general story, but like this is like
It's paper thin.
it's
You're
paper
going to
thin.
see the
Yeah,
effects.
you're there to see the effects. You're there just to chill out. You could spend your money, go to the aquarium, and sit in front of like uh, the coral reef exhibit and just veg out for 3 hours, or you can watch this. It's about the same experience, about the same level of story too. So
Again, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I saw it, and I could probably tell you I'm never going to think about this movie ever again until I eventually am forced to watch Avatar 3, and I'm like, what the fuck happened in the last one?
yeah, and then we get to relive this conversation all over again.
Right.
All right.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be all for us tonight. So,
Yep.
Cuz, thanks for joining me on this Avatar
We I don't know
podcast.
if we learned the way of water, but we learned the way of money. and it's
Yeah.
apparently in Avatar movies.
So we'll make our own Avatar movie, like the link that I sent you earlier.
Yeah. Get Larry Flynn on the phone, or is he dead?
Might be dead. I don't know.
I don't know. Get a Ouija board. Get Larry Flynn on the phone. Then
We'll get Larry Fine instead. That's right.
there
I
we
said
go.
it.
There we
All
go.
right. All right. Well, this has been the all new Culture Cast. Thanks for listening, everyone. And next week, join us when we talk about Twilight. See you then.
Yeah.
You've been listening to the all new Culture Cast. Follow us on Twitter. Drop us a line at nick.culturecast@gmail.com. We can't promise we'll read it. Theme music by Dana Vodovaz. Check out their work on YouTube at Vodovaz Music Productions. This has been a Saltwater production. Original material copyright 2023. Thanks for listening. Alrighty, you ready to jump into this?
I got something called Big Wave. I feel like that was appropriate because we're getting into the
Sponsored
wave.
content?
That's
Yeah?
right.
We
I'm
could be
just gonna keep.
sponsoring you, Big Wave.
Yeah. Think about it. A whole 5 people